and welcome to Tabletop Gaming. My name is Charlie and today I am unboxing this. This is not just a bag of Chinese food, this is Steam Up, a feast of dim sum. Now, I have seen this all over the internet but not known enough about it. However, this turned up at the office in this beautiful packaging and I absolutely couldn't resist unboxing it with you guys. So let's see what's inside, let's see what it's about, and just have a nosy basically. So without further ado, let's dive right in. It is very crackly, so we'll try and keep the crackling to a minimum, but you will see that opening this up reveals Steam Up. Now, I love when there's a little bit of extra to it, something that just makes it stand out a little bit more, but this is super cute. Now, this is from Hot Banana Games, and I believe what we have is a prototype. So this is a pre-Kickstarter edition. You may see some changes, you almost certainly will see some changes. That always happens when it goes to retail. So just be aware, don't panic if you see something that you're concerned over at this stage. It will likely be resolved. Now, let's have a quick look. So our instructions are included in here. Again, these will be sort of shiny-fied by the time they get to yourselves. But for us to be able to play, we've got a little bit of information instead. So there's plenty of pictures, plenty of information. Really excited about the components of this game. I think it's going to be really cool, but let's find out by going through. So first of all, instructions. Second of all, we have what look to be animal boards. So these may be our player boards, and these, I mean, we start with one called Picky Eater, which I think is very on theme, and it gives us different resources and such. So there's Picky Eater, for example. We've also got Angry Customer, as well as a Gambler Mouse, a Seafood Loving Tiger, Grandpa, who is just, look at Grandpa, and all these various ones, all the way up to sort of Silver Spoon, Meat Lover, Naughty Kid. Look at that Meat Lover, he's pretty cool. There's a nice variation of character boards we've got, so that's a really good start. Now, we've got some little information, so let's take a look. Wow. So nicely, these are little bits of information that tell us sort of what happens on each turn. And then just for us, which of course won't be in your copy should you purchase, a reminder that there are going to be some changes made. So this is a prototype to give us an idea of how to play. It is not the final version, so remember that when we're having a nosy through, but we should have more than enough to have a playthrough and see what we think. Now, this is a competitive 2 to 5 player game. So you're travelling from afar, you and a few other hungry customers finally arrive at Steam Up. To ensure the freshness and quality of its food, it will only serve a limited quantity of popular dim sum at each table. So be prepared to compete with your companions to devour as much as possible. Marvellous. And it gives us some information about dim sum as well. So the meat bun, the meat dumpling, the shrimp dumpling, the phoenix claw, and the sticky rice. So just a reminder, it's an Ion Winner 2021 and a Cardboard Edison finalist as well. That's very cool. So one more on your turn, and is this our point scoring? This may be our point scoring in there too. Now, the bit that I'm fascinated by, and I'm sure that you are, and the bit that you may have seen on their advertising, as I have, is the board, which looks great. So, to begin with, we've got where our dim sum are going to fit, and this, of course, revolves. Now, because I have not read the rules and instructions, I don't know why it revolves, but I like that it does. Now, if I make space for that, the thing that you have to consider with that too is what's going to go on there. And this is sort of the basis of what you need to know in terms of why I'm so excited about the components in this game, because look at those. So we start with the steamers. If I show you, for example, these will stack together in the same way that you would expect them to normally, so you can get those different layers going. That's very exciting. We've got a ton of those. Pop those to one side and I can show you in its full glory in one moment. We have the animal scoring markers, which are these adorable little meeples at the moment. They've got quite detailed on them. Look at that little goat there. He's really cute. That meat-eating snake that I liked from earlier has his own meeple too, and there's plenty of those in here. We have cards for fate and cards for fortune, so I wonder how they'll play. Although on these ones, for example, if I just show you one very quickly, you may well see that you can move those components around, so that gives you the ability to shuffle it over. So that inevitably is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be trying to build our scores, move those around, and beat the fellow players. But that's not all, there's still tons in here. So We've got lots and lots of little food tokens. That's going to make up our dim sum. And also, what have we got? So these are animal scoring markers. So we've got a little bit more of those meeples, or that design that's on the meeples that comes across there. We can keep an eye on those. We have a lucky die. I like that they're already telling me it's lucky. I can't complain that it's cursed if it's lucky. With the different food markerings on them. So that's presumably how we're going to know what goes where. As well as a first player token and a tiny, tiny little token in there. And lastly, oh no, not lastly. There is more food tokens, but this time cut out. So I don't know whether those are alternatives or those offer something different. Maybe you collect one or the other. And then this is adorable. So we've got the bag itself, which is a really good quality. And then inside that bag are 3D printed food tokens in a little steam up bag. Now, my assumption would be, of course, that these go into those and these are moved around as appropriate. We might change one layer, we might add one through, so it keeps it moving and keeps it active. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm guessing. And that makes for quite an exciting game. Like, you'll have seen from my previous videos, I like the sort of tactile. I like having lots of components and things to do with them to make you feel more involved because you're physically adapting your environment, and I enjoy that. And that appears to be what we've got with Steam Up. Now, there is plenty to actually read through to learn how to play, and I would recommend you do so. I do believe it's coming to Kickstarter in October, so keep an eye out for that when it does, and I will post any updates on sort of like changes that are going to be made if I hear about them in the description below. Now, if you have any questions, pop those in. Let me know what would you order? Let me know in the comments. I then get to talk about food and games, which, yes, just yes. As always, you can check us out at tabletopgaming.co.uk for all of your tabletop gaming needs, and you can sign up to our newsletter while you're there as well. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, thanks ever so much. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.